We're going to do a little Bo Jackson story. How about that? How about Tim Brown talking about Bo? Let me get this going up here.
Stalling plays, right? And he's in the back of the room. And all of a sudden you hear, Bo don't want no blocking. Right? And he stands up, Bo don't want blocking. The coach is like, time out, you guys go take a break. Right. When we come back, they had put this play in. What we're going to do, we're going to pitch the ball to Bo left, and then we're going to let Bo reverse field, and there's not going to be any blocking for Bo. So Bo is just
going to outrun everybody.
He's just going to outrun. Or if you got it his way, and unfortunately our boy Mike Harden for the Broncos got in his way.
Marcus Allen in motion. Oh, look at this. A little reverse. He's got running room. Bo Jackson. Oh, look at right over the Bo Jackson. Touchdown. Oh, my.
Look at those eyes. Just look
So
at
that's the
those.
play, Zach. I'm just not.
Yeah,
I don't need a block.
Pop up over here. I only popped
I'm
up on
sorry.
yours. Yep. It only pull up on yours.
He just said, I don't want no blocking. I'll let y'all just play back again.
If you got it his way, and unfortunately our boy Mike Harden for the Broncos got in his way.
Marcus Allen in motion. Oh, look at this. A little reverse. He's got running room. Bo Jackson. Oh, look at right over the Bo Jackson. Touchdown. Oh, my.
That
Look
clip.
at those eyes. Just look at those eyes.
He did not want blocking. He wanted people out of his way.
He didn't slow
would
him
just
down
run
either,
over
by the
people.
way.
I don't think there are many running backs in the history of the game
Yeah.
who are going to stand up and say, I don't want blocking.
That play is on NFL's Greatest Hits, the documentary. Yeah, they specifically showed that. I remember that play.
And you listen to these guys that are Hall of Fame in their own right talk about the legend that he is.
Yes.
But George Brett's got a great one talking about like he looked like Kevin said earlier, like a Clydesdale walking around. It's like, who is this guy? You know? And you're talking about George Brett.
Just a different kind of athlete.
Oh, so I was just doing a little football there. We ain't got too much here in the off season going on at all. So I was just showing that little highlight. So if y'all don't have anything, we're just going to move on. Do you have anything, Tom, on your Browns or Panthers or anything going on right now?
I'm just tired of hearing about Shedeur Sanders.
Oh yeah, we got 5 quarterbacks to figure out. Hey, I did see. I did see a thing. We've got Aaron Rodgers versus Joe Flacco now.
Yeah.
Guys.
Aaron Rodgers signed
Twice this year.
He signed with
Signs
Pittsburgh.
with the Steelers.
Right, yeah.
Signed a deal with the Steelers.
So Rodgers versus Flacco, the old man bowl.
And everybody, they signed Gabriel. I can't remember how many million they gave him, but for some reason they're in love with
They gave him 3 years 6. They give.
That's not a lot of
They
money.
gave Shedeur 3 years 4.
Then there's still rumors that they're going to package Kenny Pickett and trade for who's the guy at Atlanta? I forget his name.
Cousins.
They're going to trade for him.
Goodness.
Oh, that's gonna be a really.
There's
Bad locker
the
room.
Sanders people that want him to start and talk about how great he looks in t-shirt and shorts.
He didn't get any first team reps this week.
Who didn't?
Sanders.
It's just
He's not going to.
They showed
Flacco's going to start as long as he's on the roster.
they showed him he and Flacco were mic'd up during OTAs, and they're in line getting ready to do a drill or something. And Shedeur looks over at Flacco and he's like dancing. He's like, you ever danced before? You ever dance? And Flacco looks up like, no,
And he
never.
walks off.
Until they cut her, they ain't gonna trade Flacco obviously. Until they cut him, he's gonna be the starter. And I think they want him to go. I think they want those rookies to watch him and go through. Go through camp and all that stuff.
He said he's not
The meeting room.
He's not real interested in tutoring.
No,
anybody.
he's not.
I
No,
mean, that's
he's
just
not.
the way he is. I mean, he's a competitor, and I'm not here to be a player coach. I mean, I think that's what his mentality is, but I don't blame him. I mean, I still, there's part of me that hates him because he's a Raven. But, I mean, there's the city of Cleveland has fallen in love with him. It's kind of like, this is the girl who cheated on you for years. You know what I mean? And everybody loves him. It's like, do you remember how many times? I mean, it's like Cleveland has no. I mean, you do one good thing for Cleveland, and there's still a part of me that says, I know who you are, Joe Flacco. You're a Raven.
This is that Taylor Tomlinson, that female comedian. This is that joke she talks about with dating the guy that she keeps breaking up with on and off again. And he's like, and he just doesn't learn. He comes brings me to his parents like, Mom, Dad, this is my lesson that I can't seem to learn.
You're dating your ex, your buddy's ex-boyfriend.
Don't get attached
after he beat her. You know what I mean? It's like
That's like they're talking about Eric.
What are you doing?
That's why they're talking about Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh. They said it's like, well, you finally got the homecoming queen after she's 40 years old, 3 kids, and divorced.
Yeah.
With Aaron Rodgers.
I'm just not, like I said, I'm not real. I mean, he did a great thing back in 2023, and it was fun to watch. I'm not, but Cleveland's done that. Look, man, you don't understand. Every time somebody's good in Cleveland, I'm surprised it's not a Nick Chubb song. But I mean, there's just like they'll make songs about you and all this crazy stuff.
It's close, like you said about putting something in Boise. There's nothing in Cleveland. They got to have.
They got the Browns. They got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Cleveland.
You can actually swim in the lake and not die now too.
Drew Carey.
Good.
The other thing I was going to say, Kevin, is it really. I want to see Nick Chubb if he's not playing in Cleveland. I want to see him play somewhere. Such a great. You know what I really love about Nick Chubb is he's an elite talent that is humble. And that's almost a combination you never see anymore. Like, you don't see elite talent humble like him. And just an unfortunate series of injuries to him. And I know that's why people don't want to take a chance on him right now.
I thought Chicago was going to, but
I don't think, unless he plays for a bottom of the barrel, I mean, just like an NFL minimum non-guaranteed contract, I don't think anybody's going to sign him.
Why doesn't Carolina sign him?
Here's what I think. I don't think anybody's going to sign him until the like you just said, the non-guaranteed contract.
We can have Chubb and Chubb.
Yeah.
You don't. I don't think anybody wants to sign him to the money it's going to cost to have him in camp. And what if he twists his knee with that non-contact stuff?
Yeah,
I think that's the fear. But I'm sitting there watching him squat 600 pounds, and I'm just like,
I know.
If you want him on your roster, if you need a running back, there's no point not putting him. But I do think Tom, they're just waiting for the contract time.
I think somebody else.
Because you can't do. They don't want to guarantee him.
And I really do wish him well. I wish that we would somehow keep him on the roster.
What are you going to do when he ends up in a Kansas City helmet?
Yeah. I'm
serious, y'all. This is what's about to happen.
Yep.
Why? We're talking about signing with a bad team. No, I think he's about to sign with Kansas City on a non-guaranteed contract.
He can
whatever
sign,
good team. Who needs a good running back?
Yeah.
Who needs a running back?
He can sign with whoever he wants.
Dallas.
I thought with
That's the good teams.
I thought with Jerome Ford renegotiating his contract where he's a lot cheaper, they may trade him and keep Chubb. But if I'm Nick Chubb, I was like, hey, man, if I want to get me a ring,
sign him up.
What about
sign him opposite of Jahmyr Gibbs in Detroit?
What are you going to do when he ends up in Pittsburgh?
that would be awful.
That's what I'm saying. That they went 10-7 last year, just added Rodgers and Chubb.
Yeah.
And Rodgers, and as bad as Rodgers has been, like he did play better later in the season. It takes a while to get over that injury, and he's older, but I mean, if you could protect for him, he can still throw the football.
He's a weirdo.
He is.
I mean, it's just. I don't know.
I saw a clip that I liked that somebody made. He talking about there was a meme him complaining Green Bay. I don't have enough weapons. Goes to New York, asks for the exact same weapons he had in Green Bay. So.
I'm telling you. He's just a weirdo, man.
Yeah.
Tom, I understand Flacco's mentality of I'm here to be a starter. I'm here to compete for the job. I get that. But these guys, and I'm not saying he has to, I guess I have an issue more so with him being so overtly saying I'm not here to be an influencer, to be an example. If nothing else, lead by example and just don't say that because, unfortunately, these guys are on your team and you're one bad hit away from you being out and them being in. They need to be prepared.
Chip, you sound like a high school guidance counselor. They're not going to listen to guys like you, man. They're going to do what they want, man. Like if you got like a 16-year-old kid, something like that might work. Not with Aaron Rodgers.
No. I meant Flacco, but I'm just like it's bad leadership.
Kansas City was like 23rd in rushing last year.
Mm-hmm.
Rams were like 25th. Dallas is right there too bad.
You want Nick Chubb in your locker room.
What about Washington?
I was just gonna say the Commanders.
Cincinnati was 30th in rushing. Washington was like 3rd in rushing last year.
Yeah, but I'm saying putting that on the team.
They don't need him. He was 3rd in rushing.
What was Detroit?
Detroit was 5th, 6th.
No, okay.
So as I was looking at team rushing, who's Dallas, only 5 teams had under 100 yards a game: Seattle, Cleveland, Bengals, Jets, and Raiders. And Raiders just got Genty. So Raiders fixed that.
What about the Bills?
Bills, middle of the pack. No, about 10th.
They had a pretty decent run back. Can't think Cook.
Yeah. All right, I think that'll do it for our NFL football coverage this week.
Put him behind Baker in Tampa Bay.
They had a, this is what, Madden, Saquon Barkley's on the cover of Madden.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's good for you NFC East fans and the Madden curse.
Terry, you guys, good for you, buddy.
Now, for you gamblers, Tom, this one's for you.
There you go.
This guy said, well, I wish I didn't have to do this, but you can bet, could go ahead and bet the under on his rushing yards now since he made the Madden curse because he's not going to get it. But you can bet on it there, Tom.
I think there's only one. Go ahead.
The over-under 1,485.5 yards.
Just want to talk about gambling for a second. There's a guy who's got a book out on it, and I watched an interview with him. These type of bets, Kevin, people don't like as much because you don't get that instant gratification.
Yep.
Mm.
You have to wait all year.
The more popular bets are, will Saquon Barkley get more than 7 yards on his next rush?
Yeah.
I got a fun bet for you in basketball in a minute. We're going to talk about.
So I mean, it's interesting that you would you would bring this up, but this is not what the betting crowd is attracted
It's like
to.
that impulse.
I like I like the long term. They pay off more the long term.
Correct. Yeah, they correct. Go ahead, Zach. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I think there's only one person that didn't be affected by the Madden curse.
Well, I've got those stats
Okay.
here for you. Glad you brought it up. Here are the running backs and their
Two.
stats after being on Madden. Eddie George, season before, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. Season after, 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns. Not cursed, not injured. Then the next 5, injured. Marshall Faulk went from 1,300 yards to 900 yards. Sean Alexander, 1,800 yards to 800 yards. Peyton Hillis, 1,100 yards to 500 yards. Adrian Peterson, 2,000 to 1,200. And Christian McCaffrey, 1,400 to 202.
How are they saying
Tom, make your long-term bets now.
Why is AP? They're saying AP wasn't cursed.
I don't know because he got 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. I guess but
Even in here, he got hurt.
1,200 yards is good,
Yeah.
but like
And
when
then
you had 2,000,
it
but
ain't
he got
2,000.
hurt. That's the whole point of the curse is that you got hurt.
Right.
Everybody gets hurt. Somebody commented down here. It's hilarious because he.
So I was right. It was only one.
Yep.
The running
Eddie
backs,
George.
at least. Yeah.
Then he went to Dallas and then got slow. He got real slow. I loved watching Eddie George.
I did too.
He always fell forward. It's one thing.
He was a rock.
The one thing that I liked as a running back is that you're not falling. If you're going forward, keep going that way. All right, that'll do it for NFL football talk. When we come back, we got basketball. I got a fun gambling thing for Tom here in a second. He's gonna like this one. The instant gratification gamblers for you folks out there. All right, JP. When we come back, KDCBroadcasting.com.